So, what about you? How do you suppose I chose numbers 9 through 12? You four are going to reveal your greatest secret, the ancient Keyblade legacy that slumbers within you.
So, let's talk about this. Goofy, 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 goofy. So, ever since Kh4, people have been asking the simple question, what's the deal with Demyx? Xemnas claimed, you have, something to do with the Keyblade, my dude. Have fun. And have fun the Kingdom Hearts fans did, as they began speculating all about what Demyx's Keyblade identity or whatever could be. They also speculated at Luxord's at first, however, soon Remind revealed that he had something to do with Quadratum. He's still a mystery, but now he's a less interesting mystery because we know part of the puzzle. And of course, we already knew about Marluxia and Larxine's Keyblade identities long before Kh4, well, not long before Kh4, just before Kh4, due to Union Cross, and their identities seem pretty much, sealed after the Union Cross finale. So there's a lot of speculation about Demyx. Some thought he would appear in Dark Road at some point, but that was shattered when, Dark Road released. Turns out, Dark Road was less of a lore thing like Union Cross and more of a character study focused on a self-contained story detailing the events of the tall, silver-haired man, Xehanort. And did have that small lore thing about the Child of Destiny, but that doesn't have to do with Demyx, does it? Well, I think. We're not going to be discussing the Demyx is the Child of Destiny theory, if that is a theory. Instead, we'll be going over several other different theories, and then I'll be like, well, here's what I think, because as we all know, Castle is great at predictions. Okay, so this theory and the Sora is the Master of Masters theory have been talked about to death, especially in the wake of the whole Kh4 plot twist of, oh wow, Xigbar was actually Lushu, Legas, which, admittedly, I really liked, but I really prefer if the Master of Masters did not do that same thing, because just because it worked once doesn't mean it will work twice. In fact, I think it wouldn't, because it'd be repetitive, and the Master of Masters is a lot more interesting than Lushu. Anyway, aside from my whole disdain for the Master of Masters theory, the theory proposes that Demyx slightly acts like the Master of Masters. He's playful, a bit mischievous, and, he has that ancient Keyblade legacy, which is the basis for this entire video, and that could possibly be, oh, he was the Master of Masters. But honestly, I don't see it happening. If anything, first of all, the Sora as the Master of Masters theory has more evidence, and if they were gonna go for one of them, I think they do it again. I just think that the whole thing is far too repetitive, and especially if they made it Demyx, considering they already did it with an organization member. Basically, if they're gonna do it again, I think they do it with Sora, considering not only would that be different, but it would also be, it has more evidence. But, aside from that, I just don't like the general concept of the Master of Masters being a different character. But hey, that's all up to opinion. And there are plenty of more theories, like, what if this particular theory comes from the Sony Novus video, Prophecy of the True King. Check it out. However, to go over the basics, in Final Fantasy, that canceled game, that one, Versus 13. Basically, in Versus 13 and Final Fantasy 15, the game that was based on Versus 13, Noctis, the Yozora inspiration, has 3 best friends. However, in the commercial in Toy Box, Yozora only has 2 best friends shown to us. I cannot pronounce the person who made this video's name, so, yeah, that person, the big theory person, the smart one, hypothesizes that this is because the 3rd best friend is Demyx, and they just didn't want to reveal anything yet. Plausible. I mean, there's no real evidence against it. We don't know jack about Demyx, so sure. Interesting. I just don't know how far they're going to take the Versus 13 premise and how much they're going to go original. That's really my only knock against it. Interesting theory. Maybe. Could be. Next theory, I suck at this. I've seen this theory tossed around a fair bit, and honestly, I think it's the most plausible. To be honest, I also thought he would show up in Dark Road, but Dark Road was a character-focused game, and Missing Link looks like it's gonna be more focused on lore again, considering we have another basic protagonist, it appears. Plus, Missing Link is just as mysterious as Demyx, and to add on to that, Union Cross, which Missing Link is pretty much a successor to, is where we got to see the alternate versions of Marluxia and Lorian. So yeah, I think this theory holds up and is probably our best bet. And that brings us to the end of this video. So, what is my expert opinion on Demyx and his possibilities? It is that we don't know yet. I do think Missing Link is our best bet, but anything could really happen. I mean, it's Kingdom Hearts. There could be just, like, something that we don't even know of that is the secret behind Demyx. Like, there's a candy factory in hell, and that's where Demyx comes from. You know Nomura would do it. But, yeah. Basically, that's it. We don't really know, but out of these, I think that Missing Link is the most likely, and the Master theory is the least likely. But hey, anything could happen. Like I said, it's Kingdom Hearts. I already said that. Oh my god, I suck. But I'm also an expert. So, subscribble for more expert opinions and theories and shit.